Good day everyone. Today we are going to discuss about divisibility rules for 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9, Mathematics 5, Quarter 1, Week 1. So when we say divisibility rules, is an easily test if one number can be exactly divided by another. Divisible by means when you divide one number by another, the result is a whole number. For example, 14 is divisible by 7 because 14 divided by 7 is equal to exactly without remainder. So when we say divisible by and can be exactly divided by mean the same thing. Okay? So to begin with, let's discuss about divisibility rule for 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the ones digit of the number is 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, or any number that ends with 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, or what we call the even numbers. Let's have an example. Is 248 divisible by 2? Let's check. The last number is 8, or the ones number is 8, ones digit. Therefore, 248 is divisible by 2. Next, let's try another example. Is 523 divisible by 2? So the last number or the number on the ones digit is 3. Therefore, 523 is not divisible by 2. So any number that is odd is not divisible by 2. Okay? Now, let's try another activity. We are going to encircle the numbers that are divisible by 2. So given 502 up to 520. So let's start. What do you think? So 502 is divisible by 2, 504, 506, 508, 510, 512, 514, 516, 518, and last 520. So all that numbers given are divisible by 2. Alright? Okay, let's have the divisibility rules for 5. A number is divisible by 5 if the ones digit of the number is 0 or 5. So we're just looking at the last number again. Whether it is 0 or 5, that is divisible by 5. Let's try an example. Is 250 divisible by 5? So it ends with 0. Therefore, 250 is divisible by 5. Okay, let's try an activity. Encircle the numbers that are divisible by 5. So using the same numbers a while ago, we already encircled the numbers that are divisible by 2. This time, let's encircle the numbers that are divisible by 5. So we have 505, 510, 515, and 520. So meaning the two numbers 510 and 520 are both divisible by 2 and 5. And next, let's study the divisibility rules for 10. A number is divisible by 10 if the ones digit of the number is 0. So meaning the last digit is 0. So yun lang. Example, is 250 divisible by 10? It ends with 0. Therefore, the answer is yes. 240 is divisible by 10. Very good. Let's try an example again or activity. Encircle the numbers that are divisible by 10 using the numbers 502 to 520. A while ago, we already identified the numbers that are divisible by 2 and 5. This time, let's identify the numbers that are divisible by 10. So we have 520 and 510. So therefore, 510 and 520 are divisible by 2, 5, and 10. Again, so the rule for 2 is all numbers that ends with 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. While the divisibility rule for 5, it ends with 0 and 5. And the divisibility rule for 10, it ends with 0. Very good. Okay, let's proceed to the divisibility rules for 3, 6, and 9. Are you ready? So let's start first with the divisibility rule for 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of all the digits is divisible by 3. So how are we going to do that? Is 228 divisible by 3? So we are just going to add the digits, which are 2 plus 2 plus 8 is equal to 12. And 12 is divisible by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So no, there's no remainder. So therefore, 228 is divisible by 3. Can 163 be divided by 3? Let's add the digits. 1 plus 6 plus 3 is equal to 10. Do you think 10 is divisible by 3? No, correct. 10 divided by 3 is 3.33, or there is a remainder. So therefore, the number 163 is not divisible by 3. Let's try an example or activity. Fill in the missing number inside the box to make the number divisible by 3. There are 3 possible answers. So what we're just going to do is we are going to put number at the last digit or in the ones digit to make it divisible by 3. So try to think what number we're going to put or to fill in the box. 4 plus 4 is 8. So ano kaya ang idadagdag natin sa 8 para maging divisible by 3? Let's find out. 1. Very good, because 4 plus 4 plus 1 is equal to 9, and 9 is divisible by 3. Another example, what do you think? Ano pa yung pwedeng nating ilagay? So 8 plus or 4 plus 4 plus 4, correct. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 12. So meaning 444 is also divisible by 3. One more answer, that is 7. 4 plus 4 plus 7 is 15. So meaning 441 and 444 and 447 are divisible by 3. Did you get it right? Okay, this time let's proceed to the divisibility rule for 6. If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it is divisible by 6. So since we already know the rule for 2 and 3, if those two numbers are, if the given number are both divisible by 2 and 3, therefore it is also divisible by 6. Let's try an example. Is 126 divisible by 6? So the first rule is it ends with even number. That's the divisibility rule by 2. So check siya. The rule for 3 is 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3. So another check. Meaning 126 is divisible by 6. Okay? Let's try an example. Put check if the given numbers are divisible by 2, 3, and 6. Let's start first with 438. Is 438 divisible by 2? What do you think? Correct. Is it divisible by 3? 4 plus 3, 7 plus 8 is 15. Meaning 15 is divisible by 3. Correct. So meaning since it is divisible both by 2 and 3, it is already divisible by 6. Okay? What about 560? So 560, it ends with 0, therefore it is divisible by 2. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 0 is still 11. 11 is not divisible by 3, so X. So meaning it's also not divisible by 6. What about 243? 243 is not divisible by 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 3 is 9, meaning it is divisible by 3. Since it's not divisible by 2, it's only divisible by 3, therefore, it is not also divisible by 6. Naintindihan? Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the last divisibility rule for today, the divisibility rule for 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of all the digits is divisible by 9. So looking back to number 3, it has the same rule. So we are just going to add the digits. But this time, the sum should be divisible by 9. Let's try an example. Is 135 divisible by 9? Let's add the digits. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. And 9 is divisible by 9. So meaning 135 is divisible by 9. Okay? Are all numbers divisible by 3 are also divisible by 9? What do you think? No. For example, 15. 15 is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 9. So, hindi lahat ng divisible sa 3 ay divisible sa 9. What about, are all numbers divisible by 9 are also divisible by 3? Lahat ba ng pwedeng i-divide kay 9 ay pwede na rin i-divide exactly sa 3? What do you think? Yes. For example, the multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27, and so on and so forth are all divisible both by 3 and 9. So again, not all divisible by 3 are divisible by 9. All numbers divisible by 9 are divisible by 3. Okay. Now, let's proceed to common factors. So, but before that, let's identify or define first what is factors. So, when we say factors are numbers we can multiply together to get another number. Let's try, for example, 5 times 2 is equal to 10 and 10 times 1 is equal to 10. 5 and 2 are what we call the factors and also the 10 and 1. So, yung number na pinag-multiply natin to get the product is what we call the factors. Okay? What about the word common? So, when we find the factors of 2 or more numbers and then find some factors that are the same. So, when we say same is the same word with common, then they are common factors. So if the two numbers have the same two factors, they are what we call common factors. Okay, let's have an example. The 500, what are the common factors of 510 and 520? So the factors of 510 are 2 times 255, 5 times 102, 10 times 51 are all 510. What about, what are the factors of 520? 2 times 260 is equal to 520. 4 times 130. 5 times 104. 8 times 65. 10 times 52. 20 times 26. And 40 times 13 are all factors of 520 and the product is 520. Now, let's identify the common factors or yung same na factors ng 510 and 520. So, we have 2 and 2. Meron din sa 510, meron din sa kabila, 520. We have also 5 and 5. We have also 10 and 10. So meaning, using the divisibility rule a while ago, we can already apply it in finding the common factors. Alright? Therefore, the common factors of 510 and 520 are 2, 5, and 10. Okay? By applying the divisibility rules, let's find the common factors of the following numbers. Number 1, 10 and 20. What do you think are the common factors of 10 and 20? So looking at the number, both even numbers, it ends with 0. So meaning the rule for that is the 2. Check. Both ends with 0. Divisibility rule for 5 and 10. So check. So therefore, the common factors of 10 and 20 are 2, 5, and 10. Okay? Okay, let's try another example. 15 and 18. What do you think are the common factors of 15 and 18? So, the rule for that is the divisibility rule by 3. If you are going to add the digits, 1 plus 5 is 6, 1 plus 8 is 9. Both divisible by 3. So, meaning their common factor is 3. The common factor of 15 and 18 is 3. Alright? Okay, it's quiz time. But before we proceed, you get a piece of paper and try to answer the following questions. We have two sets. In set A, you're just going to write yes or no, number your paper 1 to 10. In set B, you're going to identify the common factor or give the common factor of 2 or 3 given numbers, number your paper 1 to 5. After doing uh, after doing the quiz, you are going to send your score to me. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, set A, just write yes or no. Number 1, is 860 divisible by 10? You have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, the answer is correct. Yes. It ends with 0. Number 2, very good. Is 163 divisible by 3? You have 5 seconds. What do you think? Oh, okay. 1 plus 6 plus 3 is 10. So 10 is not divisible by 3. Did you get it right? Very good. Next, let's proceed. Is 768 divisible by 2? 5 seconds. Okay, time's up. The answer is very good. Yes. It ends with even number. Next, number 4. Is 162 divisible by 5? You have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, let's find out. No, it ends with 2, meaning it's not divisible by 5. Number 5. Is 111 divisible by 3? You have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, let's find out. The answer is yes. Very good. Number 6. Is 171 divisible by 9? 5 seconds. Okay, time's up. The answer is yes. Okay, very good. Number 7. Is 500 divisible by 3? 5 seconds. Okay, what's the answer? No. Okay, number 8. Is 561 divisible both by 3 and 9? Let's find out. 5 seconds. Okay, what do you think is the answer? No. 5 plus 6, 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 is only divisible by 3 and not divisible by 9. So therefore the answer is no. Next, number 9. Is 342 divisible by both 3 and 9? 5 seconds. The answer is yes. Correct. Okay. Number 10. Is 342 divisible by 6? 5 seconds. Okay, what do you think? Yes, because 342 is it ends with even number, and 3 plus 4 plus 2 is 9 is divisible by 3. Therefore, it is also divisible by 6. Did you get it all? Very good. Okay, let's do set B. In set B, you are given 10 seconds to answer. Just identify the common factor or factors of the given 2 or 3 numbers mentally. So you have 10 seconds to answer. Number 1. 25 and 30. What are the common factor or factors of 25 and 30? You have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, time's up. So the common factors of 25 and 30 is or only one, which is 5. Okay, both ends with 0 and 5, so the common factor is 5. Okay, number 2. 15 and 18. What are the common factors of 15 and 18? 18. 10 seconds starts now. Okay, time's up. The answer is 3. Very good. Number 3. Common factors of 12 and 18. You have 10 seconds to answer. Okay, time's up. The answers. Okay, 2, 3, and 6. So it should be 3 answers, no? Hindi pwedeng isa lang. So 2, 3, 6 are the answers. Okay? Number 4. What are the common factors of 9 and 18? You have 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. The answers are 3 and 9. Very good. And last, common factors of 10, 20, and 30. 10 seconds starts now. Okay, time's up. The answers are 2, 5, and 10. Very good. Those are the common factors of 10, 20, and 30 because it ends with even numbers. So that is the divisibility rule for 2. It ends with 0, both divisible by 5 and 10. Very good. Did you get it all? Okay. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned today.